Hi, I'm Em of Em Doodles and Stuff. I do influencer baby name predictions on TikTok and baby name consultations, and this channel is where I do any other stuff, okay? This is an extra long baby name prediction that, in full transparency, is mostly not that. Aspyn Ovard, who we're talking about here, is a person I've had so many thoughts on throughout the years, and she also happens to be pregnant now, which is just a glowing opportunity for me to talk about both of those elements, okay? This is essentially, I call a podcast with occasional visual aids. Do not feel like you need to be watching the whole time. Think of this as me just virtually sitting on your bed, talking, while you're putting away your laundry. You know, go get something done while sort of watching, but mostly listening to this, okay? I have mulled over this topic for so long. I have fleshed out concepts, notes, journals. I have so many things in front of me and in my head on this topic, and I eventually accepted, if I keep fleshing this out and mulling it over until it feels perfect, we're going to run into two problems. One, it's going to be 6 hours long. Two, that baby's going to be 6 years old before I even hit record. So it feels a little bit imperfect and rambly, but that's kind of the vibe here, I would say. That's kind of the gist of how most of these go. Oh, also, I'm in my closet. I feel like I should acknowledge that at least once. If you're a beginner, don't worry. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Aspyn Ovard, and probably like so much more that you don't need to know. For starters, Aspyn Ovard, Utah-based influencer who started on YouTube in the realm of being a beauty guru. She has 2 million followers on YouTube and Instagram. She has a husband and 2 daughters, and she's pregnant with a third. And yes, that is Aspyn with a Y. Now, over the years, my opinions of Aspyn Ovard have completely changed. Completely changed. Why? What'd she do? What's the situation? Here's what my mulling and my fleshing out have helped me realize. While there's definitely the factor of Aspyn changing as a person over the years with, you know, the natural effects of life and aging, I now much more clearly realize that my opinions and how they've changed are much more because of how I have changed as a person over the years with life and aging. Less wordy way of saying that, it's not you, it's me. It's not Aspyn, it's me. Okay? But let's get into this. We need to look deep into the past. I have her YouTube channel pulled up. As a content creator, Aspyn Ovard has eras. And the best way to look at this, with her or with anyone, is to go to their YouTube channel and click View Videos, sort by show oldest first, starting with their oldest video, and scroll down. And I feel like Aspyn, more than anyone else I've tried this with, you clearly see aesthetics change over the years. We're talking about her debut album first, Teen Beauty Guru and High School Vlogger. She entered the content creating space at age 15, and I feel like that doesn't sound that noteworthy now because it seems like every other teenager goes viral on TikTok. But you guys, this is 2011. 2011. She was 15 making successful videos on YouTube. That's different, all right? Now, I'm going to largely be sharing this chronology of Aspyn Ovard and her many eras by sharing video titles. I love them. I love looking at the video titles. I'm going to sprinkle in some thumbnails too, here and there, because they also really tell the story. So these earliest videos of Aspyn are titled My Mascara Routine, What I Got for Christmas 2012, NYC Haul, Forever 21, H&M, etc., Favorite Drugstore Products. And then she has a separate vlog channel. So at the same time as those videos, here's some of the ones on her vlog. My Mom Embarrasses Me, Shopping Spree, and Computer Probs. I love this. Did I click it? No. Have I watched it? No, I haven't. But the title, My Mom Embarrasses Me, Shopping Spree, and Computer Probs, it feels so That feels like a journal entry I would have made in 8th grade. The computer props would have absolutely been Sims related. It was probably when we were playing Sims 2 and trying to download custom content from the web. Because honestly, in Sims 2, the customization was not that great. Like, even just like having good eyebrow options to give your Sims. Sims 2, you had 3 eyebrow options, if I'm remembering correctly. There was like skinny, thick, or sparse, right? So we would download custom eyebrow. What's the coding? I don't even know how it worked. I don't think Sims 2 knew how it worked either, because it made our Sims glitch like crazy. So maybe computer probs is about that. Another video title here is How to Wrap Presents, Song Pop Quiz, Shopping Day. One more, Evil Brother, House on Fire, Riding a Mini Horse. Oh, wow, talk about the highs and lows of life. Evil Brother, House on Fire, directly segueing into Mini Horse. That's remarkable. It's also remarkable, that mascara video, the first one I mentioned, that has 1.5 million views, which is, no other word for it, it's remarkable because aside from the Mini Horse mention, none of that sounds noteworthy. For myself, Vlogmas Day 21 titled Bowling, Partying, and Shopping Adventures, that doesn't appeal to me. I have no reason to click that. These are all just shopping trips, are they not? Now, let's see the next era. This is a little confusing from my end, just so you know, because I'm looking at her main channel and vlog channel, which she has since renamed to be they're both just titled Aspyn Ovard, and the one with the more popular, bigger beauty-related videos is the channel that she no longer posts on at all. In today's age, it's a little bit hard to keep track. I'm doing my best though. I'm going to say the next clear era begins in 2014 with the introduction of our supporting character. That's right. This is January 2014 where we have the video titled Meet My Boyfriend. Aspyn is 17 here. This is also when Aspyn realized that writing video titles in all caps makes them more attention grabbing, probably. I mean, alternatively though, it also sounds like you're shouting. I will read some of them. We've got Playing House with Parker and Doing Married Stuff. House Shopping at Target with Parker. Another is DIY Green Juice. Okay, and Walmart Proposal? Walmart Proposal. Using the word proposal in a video with a screenshot of an engagement ring on your finger. Oh, I see right there. That's giving the viewers what they want. You know, keep in mind, this is especially wild because this is all in the same time. Her content is also so many back to school clothing hauls. We got back to school clothing hauls and pretending to be engaged. Yes, she's in Utah. People get married young there. She's not Mormon. Yes, she's in high school. Yes, she's posting fake engagements. Okay, now here's the thing. You scroll through this 2014-ish era, you see the aesthetic evolving nicely. Aspyn, I give her big credit for that. She has always given a consistent thumbnail image in her videos. All of those Vlogmas videos had the same candy cane border. Now in this era, all the videos have the same neon glow and font that resembles Spencer's Gifts logo. From there, we get a nice streamline. This looks like impact font. The graphic design is incorporating a lot of vibrant teal and fuchsia. This is the Aspyn content of 2015 into 2016, and this is her first golden age. It's her golden age. I don't know why I implied there's more than one. This is her golden age, in my opinion. How do I quantify that? By opening up a new tab, going to her YouTube channels, and sorting the videos to show me the most popular videos first. I'm looking at her vlog channel, and I am looking at her 16 most popular viewed videos of all time. These range from 5.7 million views to 1.6 million views, okay? Of those 16 most popular videos of all time, 10 of them are from 2015 and 2016. 10 of 16. Let's look at them in chronological order, actually. Starting in May 2015, we could say this kicks off the golden age. Title, My New House. And then in the caption, sneak peek of my new house and a house tour of a giant mansion that I would also like to own one day, but for now, let's just pretend. Nice. This is really great. It's a great way to get people to click on it. She's saying it's a sneak peek of her new house, but the thumbnail image is of a mansion. Smart. Next, we're into August 2015. Surprise proposal in Greece. This is not Walmart. This is real. This is the real proposal. Surprise proposal in Greece. She is 18. He is 19. That silly, goofy little Walmart clickbait proposal video was when she was in high school, less than 6 months ago. Okay. 1 month later, we have her 4th most popular video of all time and the #1 biggest mystery of all time. The title of this video, Rose Gold iPhone 6S Unboxing. 2.8 million views. For comparison, there's a video down here titled Lesbian Grandmas on Thanksgiving, and that only has 900,000 views. Make that make sense. I know which one I'm more likely to click. Now, 3 days after Rose Gold iPhone 6X unboxing, we get another top-ranking video of Aspyn's titled Throwing Up in Public. Da-da-da! This to me signals now that we're actually engaged, we can't tease that out anymore. It's real, it's happened. So we gotta upgrade to fake pregnancy clickbait. Bam. October 6th, another top hit titled Mom Forces Me to Buy Sexy Clothes. And I need you to understand how jarring it is to have to read that in all caps. It feels hostile. And yes, if you're wondering, the thumbnail is lingerie that is very strappy and has her mom in it. Not in the lingerie, like her mom's looking at it. Woo. A few weeks later, we have Aspyn's 3rd most popular video of all time, the Aspyn and Parker Wedding Special. That's actually the title. I'm not just being silly over here. So, timeline check. Engaged in August, then married about 2.5 months later. Again, she's not Mormon, but they are both born and raised in Utah, where this timeline happens frequently, just it's usually with Mormons, okay? 5 months after that, in March of 2016, her video, I Got a Nose Job, and its immediate follow-up, Getting My Cast Off, are also top-ranking videos. 6 months after that, a video titled Perming My Lashes has great success, followed then 7 days later by the last of the Golden Age videos titled Practicing Being Pregnant. This chronology tells a story. This tells a story. We, the people, want to see weddings, and then we want to see babies. Aspyn knows that, and she's giving her viewers the content they want. And just for clarity's sake, if I do that same study of her most popular videos on her other channel, it is still primarily true. It still mostly holds true that these life events are her most popular content that she's put out. This channel, being the more beauty guru one, it just has more bikini hauls mixed in, rather than rose gold iPhone 6.2 unboxing videos sprinkled in, okay? Just to clarify. Now, aside from pregnancy tease clickbait, what else was Aspyn doing after that content golden age of 2016? Honestly, you scroll here, she was doing a lot. Like the period between getting married and having kids, she was doing a hustle. She was bringing in that YouTube money. While she used to show mascara routine videos or beachy wave tutorials, she is now all hauls. We have bikini hauls, cheap versus expensive Halloween costume hauls, Black Friday hauls, room decor hauls, back to school hauls. Because think about it. Why teach a man to fish when you could just sell him your fish? Why teach a beachy wave tutorial when you can make a percentage of the profits of every sale you convince someone else to make? In this post-2016 era, they're traveling. They're doing Greece, Singapore. There's a new house. Remember, she's 21 at this point. New house. There are lots of brand collaborations. There's a boob job. There's photo shoots. The photography quality goes way up. She starts a clothing line called Luca and Gray. And overall, Aspyn's aesthetic, making another shift. Neon teal and that fuchsia, we're done. It's been replaced by peach and beige. Peach and beige, coral and sand, pink and white. They're in a new house. And another new house. And then we got videos titled How I Edit My Instagram Pictures. And she's selling her own presets so your photos can look like hers. The style, needless to say, was very peach. There was also Aspyn and Parker's travel videography workshop that they were selling. True to her origins, we are still getting videos titled Late Night Target Shopping, but with a healthy sprinkle of also videos with pregnancy themes. Okay, let me tell you something I did here. My goodness, it is just so abundantly clear. Like, why do I spend my time on this? I can't help it. You guys, something's wrong in my brain where it's like, there's things I know I should do, I could do. Like, this video that I'm making is not going to, not that many people are going to want to watch it. It's not going to make me any money. I could go work on client work. I could make a TikTok-y. But no, for whatever reason, I needed to go through Aspyn Ovard's videos from the year 2018 to rally up to see how many videos are pregnancy related. Remember, they're not pregnant. But here's the videos in 2018. Titled, What Will Happen When We Have Babies? Very important doctor's appointment. Is he ready for a baby? My baby fever is getting worse. 24 hours being pregnant. Getting ready to be a family vlog channel? Why I'm not pregnant yet. She wants a baby now. And again, remember how jarring these titles are because they're in all capitals? She wants a baby now. Oh, and the next one is, I'm not ready for a baby. Answering questions I've avoided. Babies. YouTube drama. The truth about our marriage. Parentheses. Babies. Regrets. Moving in 8 days. So you add up all of those videos from 2018 and it nearly spreads out to be one pregnancy themed video per month. You add them up, nearly one a month. She is 22 years old. And for me, these videos don't actually tell me she wants a baby, but she knows her followers want her to have a baby, right? I see that as the main motivation to make this content. That doesn't make me like it. I don't approve of it. It makes me roll my eyes and get really annoyed. But yeah, she's making that dollar. Now, then just a month into 2019, we get the second most popular Aspyn and Parker video of all time, titled, Finding Out I'm Pregnant and Telling My Husband. Okay, remember how 10 of the 16 most popular Aspyn and Parker videos were from the golden age? The year of the wedding and all that? If you had to guess what other theme might be there for the remaining top 16 videos, what would you guess? What would you guess they are? What other major life event would get you the highest ranking video you've ever made at a whopping 5.7 million views? Yes, that would be the official birth vlog. The official birth vlog, unexpected early labor and delivery from August of 2019. And again, like I just mentioned, that pregnancy announcement video, that was the second most popular video they've ever put out. And then number 3 top ranking most popular video is official baby girl name reveal. We've got official baby gender reveal. Remember, there was practice being pregnant. There was throwing up in public. You scroll down a little bit, there's telling our friends we're pregnant. Another popular one, unexpected labor and delivery of baby girl number 2, our birth vlog. So that completes the set of Aspyn and Parker's most popular videos of all time. Of the top 16, 8 are pregnancy and baby themed. 3 are wedding and engagement themed. 2 are nose job themed. 1 is a new house. 1 is perming of the eyelashes. And 1 is rose gold iPhone 6s unboxing. Okay, and I know popularity is a construct, like, yes, views, likes, comments, that's like meaningless. We know that. We are simply using it as a metric here, while also keeping in mind that there are other factors that might make her numbers go up and down. I would be interested to know how her views on YouTube correlate to the rise of accessibility of influencers through Insta stories. Like, instead of having to watch a video of theirs on YouTube, you're already on Instagram and then you get to see them talk there. Anyways, I don't know, just a factor. Keep in mind. As Aspyn enters her era of early motherhood, the content, it's nothing surprising, you know. It's baby clothing hauls, baby shopping at Target, of course. There's pregnancy outfit ideas. There's trying on cheap bikinis at 27 weeks pregnant. There's baby names we like but won't be using. Hey, we'll come back to that. Remember, Aspyn is 22 or 23 when her first baby is born. Videos here are titled Matching Outfits with Baby for a Week, 24 Hours with a Newborn, Baby's First Time at Target, Baby's First Rose Gold iPhone 6s Unboxing. That was a joke. That was... Can you imagine, though? Would love to see that. Okay, and then there is a Q&A sponsored by Vaseline, random, titled Personal Q&A, Baby Number 2, Marriage and Being Parents. Can we do a quick timeline check here? That video where she is the first time addressing fan questions about baby number 2 was when baby number 1 was barely 3 months old. Let the woman breathe. 3 months old? If she is addressing baby number 2 questions when baby 1 is 3 months old, you know the questions were coming in earlier than that. Nothing enrages me more than when someone posts their first post of their new baby and someone asks, "Are you ready for number 2 yet?" Let women breathe. Okay. Conspiracy theory, though. Pause. Conspiracy theory moment. What if Vaseline, the video sponsor, was paying major, and the success of the video dictated the payout? Okay, think about this. I'd be tempted to fan the flames of the fans, fan the flames of the fans who really want to know when baby number 2 is coming. If Vaseline is gonna pay me way more, depending if my video is successful or not, all right, I'll answer your dumb questions. So here's where we go next. From here on out, the content continues still on it's very peach. It's very beige. The baby, she's all up in this content. She's in every thumbnail. Oh, there's another new house. There's trying on cheap bikinis after having a baby. And really, ultimately, what I've learned from Aspyn is that there is no occasion that doesn't deserve trying on cheap bikinis. You're going to have a baby? Try on a cheap bikini. You had a baby? Try on a cheap bikini. New haircut? Sure, cheap bikini. Mole removal? Have you considered a cheap bikini? If you are refinancing your mortgage, I sure do hope you move around the funds for more cheap bikinis. Cheap bikinis is where it's at. In 2021, at age of 25, Aspyn has her second baby, and for a while the mom content continues on. You know, typical vlog title here is something like "A busy day in the life as a mom with 2 babies." It feels like that same journal content from Mom Embarrasses Me Computer Props, but this is just what, a decade? Little over a decade later. No, just a decade. Oh, that's less than a decade later. Woo, that's a big deal. Yeah, a busy day in the life as a mom with 2 babies. The thumbnails here, they look perfectly out of a scrapbook page, honestly. They're cutesy pink collages of Aspyn and her happy babies on display. Also, this is not a joke. There is now another home. This is a custom home build. Cool. Now, to be clear with you, all of the eras that I have described to you up to this point, I did not like this content. This was not for me. I became aware of Aspyn around the time of her nose job. I don't know why I remember that specifically. I remember seeing the nose job and then going back and watching the wedding video. Oh, you know what? That was her golden age. Of course, we were all tuning in then, I guess. I remember dabbling into her older videos, like trying to figure out who this girl was. Back to the Spencer's Gifts typography days. And I occasionally watched her new videos out of curiosity, mixed with skepticism. You guys, I watched them saying, I don't get it. I don't get why does everyone like her? What's the point of this? Why is she so popular? In the height of Aspyn's peach and beige hustling success era, I remember specifically that she had a collaboration with the makeup brand titled Winky Lux. It's the most... I despise that name. It's so absurd. But that aside, the point here is that I remember seeing that collab at my local Target, like walking into my Target and seeing Aspyn Ovard's name on pieces of makeup on the shelf. Like suddenly she wasn't just a name of a girl on a screen. She was there in the flesh on the makeup at Target. And this is embarrassing of me to say, but I vowed that I would not buy Winky Lux because I thought it was so absurd that this girl with this very uninteresting YouTube channel could rise to this level of success. I was just like, no, that's dumb. She doesn't deserve this. Winky Lux is dumb. I still have never bought Winky Lux, not for that reason. I don't know. I don't have a reason to buy it. And also the name still, Winky Lux. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't grasp why Aspyn was, first, why was she categorized as a beauty guru? She gave a tutorial on beach waves once. She had a really successful mascara routine video when she was 15. Now, I say this as a person, I did learn all of my hair and makeup skills from YouTube. And I'm telling you, none of my skills came from Aspyn Ovard. She wasn't taking us under her wing to explain the difference between foundations and concealers. She wasn't Juicy Star. I remember Juicy Star. Even now, perusing this whole history of Aspyn's old videos today in 2024, I don't think Aspyn was ever a beauty guru. She was pretty and blonde and thin, and she wore makeup and did her hair, and she mainly bought beautiful stuff. Her financial success came from convincing other people to buy that stuff too. That's not a beauty guru. It makes me uneasy, actually, to think about the number of haul videos. I'm assuming most, if not all of that, was stuff that was gifted to her by those brands. I mentioned a bunch, and that was not even close to all of them. There was all the cheap bikinis, all the costumes, all the summer clothes, all the school clothes. Think of how much clothing came through her door. In front of the camera, onto YouTube, and then what? Like, no one person could need that many cheap bikinis. Imagine, okay, imagine, someone needs to do this. Listen, I want someone to go through every single haul video that an influencer has made. Like, you could choose specifically Aspyn or someone else that grinds your gears, but just look at every single item they have ever promoted in a haul and add them up. And then create a visual display of how much material waste they've promoted. Oh, that's dark. It's meaningful, but it's dark. Also, very time consuming. Like, think about it. If we could take all of Aspyn's haul items and put them in a pile, how big would that pile be? School bus? 2 school buses? 3 school buses? I have no concept. I don't even know where to begin. Just the cheap bikinis alone. That's so much stuff. Okay? Now, I look at the eras of Aspyn's content over time, and I get the sense that Aspyn has always simply followed what was done and given the people what they wanted. Her followers go nuts when they see a boyfriend, so now the content is boyfriend. It's not just Aspyn, it's Aspyn + Parker for the rest of time and eternity. Her proposal and her wedding are for the public to consume. They got married, and then after they got married, they made those like couples pranks videos like the other creators were doing. And there's Let My Husband Do My Makeup. Remember those videos? All the creators were doing Let My Husband Do My Makeup videos. In my opinion, she flowed right through Beauty Guru to couples content to family vlogging without ever making any intentional decision to do so, okay? Creators with kids were making content with kids. It's just like no one really questioned it. So when she had kids, she made the same sort of content with her kids. You don't really have to think about it. It's just like, yeah, that's what we're all doing here. And I did not like Aspyn's videos over those eras because to me, I looked at her videos and they just felt like every other video out there. They lacked any specific reason for me to stay tuned. Let's give an example here. If there were 300 different channels that made a video titled Letting My Husband Do My Makeup. Okay, 300 different content creators do that challenge. They're all in front of me, all 300 videos. What would convince me to choose Aspyn's over any of the others? That's a genuine question. You can apply that to a lot of circumstances and a lot of content. What convinces me to watch A Bug's Life over Ants? Ants is creepy. What convinces me to listen to Folklore over Evermore, even though the content and the vibe is largely the same? I do have an answer for that, but that feels like way too big of a tangent. So if I had 300 Let My Husband Do My Makeup videos to choose from, let's start with what would draw me in. Why would I choose Aspyn? She's pretty. She has like really pretty big eyes. She's very healthy looking skin, lovely hair. She knows good lighting. Like she's always in a well-lit, window-lit setup. Really great. Very, like everything about her videos and her style in general feels very fresh and bright. And I appreciate that. I know that if I click on Aspyn's video, it's going to be well created from a technical standpoint. The lighting, the audio, the image quality, the editing will all be really great. She's always had a grasp on that, and she continues to get better and better with that. I would be inclined to click on Aspyn's video if I knew the one next to it was a person with a personality that was, I don't know, like big, like loud, gimmicky, over-the-top personality. Something I like about Aspyn is that her on-camera personality is more, it's soft-spoken, She's very straightforward, pretty even-keeled, you know? When she's on camera, she's not dramatic. That's the word I've been looking for. She's not dramatic, and I like that, because a lot of internet personalities are all about the manufactured drama, and she's not. So those are the reasons that I would be drawn to watch Aspyn's video. Yet the reasons I'd be hesitant to choose to watch hers over another's would be boring. I think her content would just be not unique, nothing interesting or noteworthy. It's just someone. I don't know. There's what special quality does she bring to the table that makes her videos different? Is there a niche? Is there something about her that's relatable for me as the viewer? I personally have not found that in Aspyn and her videos. I don't know what her it factor is, okay? And I was mulling this over, had a light bulb moment. Remember back in the beginning, Aspyn, it's not you, it's me? Okay, let me explain. When I attempt to understand the appeal of Aspyn's earliest content, the mascara routine with 1 million views, or my mom embarrasses me shopping spree and computer props, or video thumbnails where she's drawn devil horns, cartoon devil horns on her little brother's photo. Like I said, it's all very teen. Very teen. She was a teen. She appealed to teens. And here's the thing. Imagine you're in high school, okay? You're a sophomore. And let's say there's a couple of teen vloggers emerging in your high school. There's one that's a freshman. There's one that's a senior. Which one are you going to watch? Based on what I've seen on the internet, in the scope of the web, here's what would happen. If sophomores, you're the sophomore, if sophomores went and watched the freshman video, they'd be ruthless. They would leave condescending comments. They'd be like, oh, you baby, struggling with geometry? Just wait till AP Bio next year. You know, like a sophomore wouldn't care about watching a freshman's video. Why would they care? No, it's like, they're a little baby. But would a sophomore watch videos from a senior? Oh, abso-freaking-lutely. They would look up to that. Whether like in a low-key way, like trying to play it cool, or full-out fangirling. Full-out fangirling because seniors are cool. Seniors are aspirational. When you're a sophomore, seniors seem all-knowing. They are completely put together. They are so tall and beautiful. They have their life figured out. They're on top of the world. So what I perceive is that Aspyn had the vibe of that cool high school senior to a younger audience. She knew how to do her mascara. She helped you figure out how to do beachy waves one time. She shared what she got for Christmas, and she had a boyfriend. Like, when you're a young teen, those are the only prerequisites for coolness. Aspyn was a cool senior, and her viewers are younger than her. And here's a universal truth about fans of content creators. They always skew younger than the creator themselves. I have no actual data to back this up. It's just the vibes. I read a lot of comment sections. I have read YouTube video responses from Aspyn's fans. I've scrolled her Instagram posts. I see the questions submitted in her Q&As. I've checked out the dialogue on Reddit snark pages about Aspyn. Let me tell you, no matter who it is, the vibes skew young. And time again, whether it's her super fans or her snarkiest of haters, I can't relate to anything they say. I mean, they're asking about baby number 2 before the first one is even 3 months old. No, I would never in a million years do that. And as I have developed this entire think piece on the transformation of Aspyn Ovard through her eras, I thought for sure I would see similar thoughts on Reddit. I was like, I can't be the only person seeing what I'm seeing here, but overall, no one seems to be seeing what I'm thinking or caring about what I'm caring about. And I think it's largely because her fan base is younger than her, and I am older than her. My POV is more like the hypothetical sophomore looking down towards the freshman. The one that's like, just wait till AP Bio. You know, that final project in Mr. Mizzuti's class is going to kill you. You don't know what's coming because you're just a freshman. I was in college when she was in high school. I was married when she was engaged. I had 2 kids before she had 2 kids. I've always been 1 to 2 steps ahead of her in the journey, except with houses. She has me way beat there. She's way ahead with the houses. Now, being 1 to 2 steps ahead of her journey is so different than being 1 to 2 steps behind her journey. I've never experienced looking at Aspyn as the aspirational, older, cooler girl who has her life together. And as a result, I've spent a lot of time being both baffled and annoyed by her success for sharing these things that seem just mundane to me. From my point of view, there was nothing exceptional to warrant that success. But more so, I've really just largely spent a lot of time uninterested in Aspyn's content. I keep coming back, going along with that age difference theme. I have always liked when Aspyn calls out her younger fans when they're being the absolute dumbest. I love that. I love that so much. She gets so many ridiculous questions, unsolicited opinions, and hate from fans that are the most naive, ignorant, and uninformed people that should not have access to a keyboard. Sometimes she'll give a really good clap back. She dishes back their same negative energy they're serving, but she does it in a way that just really sends the message of, bye, don't care. I love that about her. That part of her personality is like the thing that has stuck with me and keeps me coming back. Even just last week or so, I saw on TikTok that she was getting hate for not wanting her mother-in-law in the room when her baby's born. And she responded with extremely straightforward and level-headed clarity on her thoughts there. Even though she did not need to do that. That's the most bananas thing to give unsolicited hate towards. Not wanting your mother-in-law in the birthing suite, that is extremely reasonable. Extremely. But she was just like, bye. I've got my opinions. Move along. And likewise, I've seen little moments where Aspyn feels like the sophomore and she's interacting with a cool older senior. We know from some old archived tweets from Aspyn that she has always really looked up to Amber Fillerup. Amber Fillerup is an influencer who's a little older, a little more successful, amazing person. And then Aspyn got to like meet and hang out with Amber and like they're friends now. I think all through her journey, we've quietly seen Aspyn aspire to be like Amber. So I don't know. I just, looking at her with the age dynamic in play, I like seeing her interacting with the young, annoying people. And I like seeing her aspiring to be like someone she admires who's older than her. Like that feels relatable. We can all experience that with the people around us in our age demographic. Does that make sense? So here's the thing. When Aspyn was 17 and doing Meet My Boyfriend videos in 2014, Amber Fillerup was introducing us to her first baby. Okay, for Aspyn, Amber was the vision of success and beauty who was 1 to 2 steps ahead of her. She was goals, like to so many of us. Amber went from beauty guru into marriage. She had kids, naturally dipped into sharing family content, and now has done a complete 180 out of that. And now Amber acts with some of the most abundant self-confidence I've ever seen on social media. Amber has her beliefs and she lets them change, and she shares what she wants. She says what she wants. She does what she likes, and she does not care at all what people say. It's remarkable. So think about that. Now go back to Aspyn. Go back to Aspyn around the time of her family vlog era. We have 1 kid, now we have 2 kids. The young fans ask invasive private questions. She makes a video answering them. You know, they want her to have a baby so freaking bad that, remember, she was making pregnancy-themed videos nearly monthly, a year before she had conceived. We know from the stats that baby videos are successful, and once you have a baby, people only want to see videos with your baby. Like, the husband doesn't even need to renew his contract as the supporting role. That's baby's job now. And Aspyn went into this all just going with the flow. Because the content creators she admired, the ones she was spending time with, we have evidence of this, were 1 to 2 steps ahead of her, and that's what they were doing. Like I said, Amber Fillerup went mommy content for a while. She's now dipped out of that. Looking at Aspyn's older content, we see her being buds with Karen of the YouTube channel KK and Baby J. That's a family with 4 kids now, and their most popular YouTube video is Baby Boy's Birth Vlog. Landon has landed. And that has 19 flipping million views. Can you imagine? Aspyn is friends with, or was friends with, I'm not sure, Haley and Brad Devine. They're a Utah Mormon couple who were married at 21. They were parents by age 24. Their whole career was made of sharing their travel videos that they do with their 3 young daughters. Okay? Now, bring this all up to speed with the Aspyn of today. That was all the past. Aspyn of today. Big shift. Big shift. There are conspiracy theories about a huge mysterious life event that happened behind the scenes. That is not what I'm talking about. I don't know. Maybe there was some huge mysterious life event that happened behind the scenes and they chose to keep that off the camera. If that's the case, so be it. If that actually did happen, it actually just further proves the point that I'm trying to make here. I perceive that after Aspyn had baby number 2, she had a wake-up call. She had a wake-up call. Everything up till then, she had gone with the flow. She gave the people what they wanted, and generally she was doing what other people had done. The people who were 1 to 2 steps ahead of her, she was just doing the same thing they did. She had a baby. And then she had another baby. Of course she did. Everyone in Utah has at least 2 babies way before they turn 30. That's like not even a question. But then, this is what I perceive. 2 babies was really hard. Really freaking hard. I watched a video of hers recently where she was talking about life with 1 baby compared to 2. And how life, when it was just her firstborn, life like pretty much carried on as normal. It's like there's 2 parents, 1 kid, you trade on and off as you need. And when you've just got 1 little baby, you just bring them. You know, you got a doctor's appointment, you just toss them in the car seat with the binky. You got to take a dog for the walk, stroller. Easy. You want to be hands-free? Put them in the baby carrier. You want to go have lunch with your gal pals? Just bring the baby. She'll just get handed around the table like a little show and tell. It's wonderful. Having just 1 little baby, nice. It's just like a little sidekick, you know? Aspyn then explains in that video that transitioning to 2 babies was much more challenging because none of those situations are doable anymore because there are 2 of them and 1 of them is a toddler. When you've got 2 kids, it's not just life as usual plus a baby in tow, plus your little sidekick. When you've got 2 kids, your whole life completely changes. It's their life, and you're just living in it, okay? Now, around this same time with 2 babies, she has 2 kids now, Aspyn has shut down one of her YouTube channels. It's donezo. That beauty guru one, she's no longer posting on after baby number 2 arrives. Somewhere in the mix there, she shut down her clothing brand. Luca and Gray no longer exists. Instead of buying a new house, they sold a custom house before it was even finished. Aspyn's video thumbnails here, they have no hint of teal or fuchsia or Spencer's gifts. The videos no longer look like peachy baby scrapbook pages. In current day, her thumbnails are just Aspyn. And we're getting video titles such as Honest Chat about being an influencer these days. Or I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And getting my lip filler dissolved because I'm scared. There are occasional vlogs, there are pregnancy-themed videos, there are baby name videos, but overall, do you see this? This feels like a night and day difference compared to the earlier eras of Aspyn. And for the first time, my response to what I'm seeing of her content is something that I feel in my heart. I get it. I get it. I am not going to be the sophomore saying, just wait till IP Bio, it's gonna suck. I am now here as the sophomore kid who would say to the freshman, oh man, I took that class. It was really hard. I know what you're going through. That's how it feels because I perceive Aspyn's big shift to mainly be a result of the challenges of going from 1 to 2 kids. I am just assuming that. I can't help but perceive it that way because that is so very relatable to me. I made that shift too. And it was a huge wake-up call. It was really hard. I feel like I know what she's going through. And all these changes and all these shifts I experienced as well. For me, one of the hardest things I've experienced is something that I now think Aspyn is experiencing too, and it's not exactly the babies, per se. Hear me out. I have never been a very ambitious person. I consider lack of motivation to be one of my biggest flaws. I have rarely been one to carve my own path or be in charge of my own destiny, take life by the horns, dare to be different, figure out who I am inside. No, through a lot of my life, I just followed. It's easy, here's an example. It's easy to decide to go to college when everyone else around you is going to college. In high school, we each had like a mandatory meeting with our guidance counselors to make sure we were on track with applications and anything else they could help us with. And you could even say, I didn't actively choose to go to college. I just went because that's what was expected and the system was set up to, SAT prep and this and that. All those things just were naturally built into the structure of my society, I guess you could say. That's what everyone did. And so I had no reason to question it. And hey, I'm really glad I went to college. Absolutely. What's interesting when I reflect on it is that I don't think I ever chose to go to college. I just went with the flow and that's where it led me. I never considered another path. Does that make sense? Now put that same sentiment towards marriage and having kids. After I was married a certain length of time, we had kids. Everyone else around us already had kids. And having kids, it was just expected in a way that, I don't know, I just never really thought about it. Like, of course, you have kids. I had no reason to question it. And again, I'm really glad that I have kids. They are amazing. And also, I have spent a huge amount of time struggling because I feel now in hindsight that I did not actually actively choose to have kids. I did it because it's what was done. I just always assumed I would have kids. And so I had kids in the timeline that made sense according to everything I knew from those around me. And if I put these same struggles into Aspyn's shoes, I think it's even more extreme. Remember, she was born and raised in Utah, and she's not Mormon. She is in this really interesting in-between of being impacted by their culture without actually holding any of their beliefs. In Utah and with Mormons, it's normal to be married at 18, or not, I'm going to say 19. 19, 20-year-old girl getting married is not surprising at all. That is in Utah and Mormons, it is normal to have kids by age 22 and to go on to have 4 or 5 kids. Within Mormonism and other religions, there are doctrinal reasons that lead to these being the cultural norm. The what is that word? Nuclear? Why does it sound weird? The nuclear family is put really high on a pedestal, and you can find countless sermons by Christian pastors, leaders, etc., everywhere about how valuable it is to get married and having a family. Like, getting married and having a family is the very most important thing you'll do in your entire life. And then you factor in through history, many Christian denominations dictated whether or not their members were allowed to use birth control. And then factor in purity culture beliefs and how that leads to really young marriages with really short engagements. All of these things and so much more church teachings led to what is normal in Utah with Mormons. So think about it. Aspyn is part of that culture. She was born and raised in Utah, but she herself does not believe in that doctrine. She got married at 19 and had a baby by 22, and that was normal for Utah, completely normal for Utah. She has defended herself about this so many times because outsiders don't understand it, but truly, that was not weird in Utah. And also, though, now, Aspyn sprinkles in some more hindsight. She realizes now, wow, we got married really young. She has made comments along the lines of, it would have been fine if we waited longer to have a baby. We could have done that. I think she majorly realizes that she has gone with the flow for some of her major life decisions that are going to impact the rest of her existence forever. And same. And I didn't feel that right away. I didn't feel that with getting married or becoming a mother. I felt that specifically after having second baby. I truthfully consider that time period as maybe a quarter life crisis a little bit. It was also COVID during this time, so like extra messy for all of our brains. In being the primary full-time caregiver for a toddler and a baby, I completely lost who I was. I lost myself completely. I go back to my journals. There's a journal right here. I go back to my journals from that time, and they are dark. I vividly remember comparing myself to a ceramic vase that was so cracked, just like the veins cracked, that I knew that if one more hard thing happened, I was going to shatter into a million pieces and never recovered. I constantly felt like I was this far from being so broken, I would not exist anymore. I compared my situation to Horcruxes. You guys, I remember this. Horcruxes. You know how Voldemort, he splits pieces of his soul into the Horcruxes, but with each split, his own physical body becomes weaker? Well, you guys, a baby is a Horcrux. Yeah, it's a baby is a piece of your soul removed from your body that lives on outside of you. And that's lovely. That is genuinely, that's a lovely thought. That is the truth. That is the miracle of life. A baby is a beautiful little piece of your soul removed from you. And also, taking a part of your soul out hurts. I felt weakened and lacking, and with 2 kids, I felt like I was no longer my full self. And for all the same reasons Aspyn mentioned, 2 kids was way, 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 way harder than 1 for me. And then you add in COVID, and you add in, for us, we weren't building a custom home. We didn't have 3 homes already. We were living in a small apartment. And then I add in depression and anxiety and tantrums and whining and crying. And all of that accumulated to me. I would say it was a quarter life crisis. It was a wake up call. I had I guess you could say, a come to Jesus moment of asking myself, how did I get here? Ooh, this is my life now. Okay, this is my life now. And I am never going to be my whole self again, because I am always caring for them. I can never, ever, ever, ever do something spontaneous ever again, because these little people are depending on me to be there. The best I can do for the rest of my life is to just squeeze in little moments for myself in between the rest of the time that is completely dedicated to caring for them. Even just little things like finding the space and logistics to arrange so that I could go to the dentist for myself felt impossible at times when I had 2 little babies in my full care at home. And this was just babyhood, okay? Soon, I'm going to be shackled by pickup and drop-off times. My weekends are going to be gone soon to like soccer games in fluorescent lit indoor stadiums? Oof! I do not want to spend any time on any indoor sports court. And the question of, how did I get here, led to the question for me of, did I choose this? For me, in many ways, I just went with the flow. I met someone, I fell in love with them, I married them, I had kids with them. That all makes sense. Of course, yes. Got it. I went with the flow, and it naturally led me there. I have no qualms with this when I think about it from that point of view. That's completely valid. And then also, at the exact same time, did I ever sit down with myself and decide that I wanted kids? Did I ever equally legitimately consider life without kids? Did I consider a life without kids even just for a moment? No. In my head, life without kids was just something bad that happened if you couldn't have kids. That's the frame of mind that I was in. So if I never even considered life without kids as a plausible option, can I really say I chose life with kids? Can I say I chose my life with kids if I never saw any other plausible alternate route? It's like having a fork in the road where the shrubbery is so overgrown over the smaller path, you don't even realize the path is there. Did you really choose the first path if the alternate was so out of sight and out of mind? Never ever considered? You went down the path out of default in many ways. See that struggle? I'm, fortunately, if you're wondering, yes, I go to therapy. Wonderful therapist, truly probably the most empathetic listener of a human being I've ever encountered. She is wonderful. Probably 90% of our time is grappling these questions and feelings. I truly could not handle the weight of all of this without her and medication, meditation, journaling, and a supportive husband. Truly, I can't even, it's so hard. It's so hard. And I look at Aspyn, even just little things like how her, you know, she like shut down her beauty guru channel, or she shut down her clothing brand. And I look at myself, and I used to do photography. That was my whole college degree. I got a Bachelor of Fine Art degree in photography. Had amazing experiences. I have stuff that I've done that I'm so proud of myself and what I've done. I think I am very talented. There are times that I've really loved it. I did like my own personal work, and also worked like as like portrait, family, wedding photographer. And when I had my first baby, I really eased out of it. With my second baby, I was done. It was as if like there was so much of me was required to go towards them, that like something else that was important to me had to be shut off. And it wasn't like a logistical choice of like, well, the finances and the hours, it just doesn't make sense, let's put this on pause. No, I mean like in my heart, like inside of me, I could not love it anymore. I still take pictures like of my family and, you know, day-to-day stuff. My camera that I would have been shooting, you know, portraits and weddings on is the camera I'm using right here. I shut down my like business, website, all of that. Every once in a while, a client will reach out like, hey, are you still doing pictures? You know, we'd love to hire you again. We loved working with you, you know, XYZ years ago, whatever. And those emails, sometimes I'll let them sit in my inbox for weeks because I can't describe it. It's just, there is no light behind my eyes when I have to consider being hired to take someone's pictures. I don't know. It's just that part of me died. It did. It's gone. And it's, so when I see Aspyn shutting down different of her prior ambitions, I just wonder. I wonder if it's just the logistics and the timing and the priorities from like a logical point of view, or is it both? Is it one? Is it just like, I don't have it in me to do this anymore? Because I know that feeling. Overall, I just wonder if Aspyn has had those experiences too. And maybe we're both working on similar things, coming out the other side healthier and happier. Like I said, I feel like I've been 1 to 2 steps ahead of Aspyn with like life stuff. And so going through this myself and then seeing her and feeling like I think I understand what I'm seeing here has put so much sympathy and empathy and compassion in front of me, instead of just being like this weird, stupid girl who watches her videos and refuses to buy Winky Lux. Am I projecting? Probably. I don't know Aspyn personally at all. I don't know her at all, and I am just completely projecting my own struggles onto someone who like is just giving little hints that maybe it's similar. I don't know. That's why I'm saying this is not about Aspyn. It's not you, it's me. This is me problem. And who knows? We just don't know. Okay. Back to Amber Phillip for a second. Amber Phillip went from beauty guru to like kind of this mom creator realm, and she has now become my own personal patron saint of self-esteem. Okay, and I think Aspyn is working her way there too. I feel like that's the route she's following. She's not going KK and Baby J, whatever. She, talking about Aspyn, she's become more confident, more self-aware. She gives fewer craps than ever before. She is just so easy breezy about the internet creator situation that she's in. I went to her TikTok the other day, and I love that her bio there is just TikTok star. I think that like having just TikTok star. It's simple. It's sassy. It's tongue in cheek. You know, she knows that. She's with it. She's funny. Also, her most recent video I watched on TikTok, she's just straight up no nonsense admitting that she and her husband are posting about the trip they're on because they're getting comped. They got a free vacation because she's an influencer. And instead of beating around the bush, she's just straight up saying like, come on, honey, we're going to post on social media. We're getting this free baby moon. That's really good. That's really good. I'm a fan of this mentality. Just say it how it is. Just be real. Be real. I've never downloaded that app. I'm just talking generally. Be real. Also, Aspyn, this side note, she looks so good. She's looking so happy and glowy and radiant. She really went hard on like the Utah blonde hair for as long as she's been an influencer, but she's been really embracing her more natural color, like big, bouncy, blowout style hair, fluffy brows, a no makeup look. She's looking so at ease and comfortable in her own skin, just glowy, happy. I'm just really happy for her. I just happened to finish prepping all of this stuff around the same time Aspyn shared a new vlog titled Reacting to Your Baby Name Ideas plus New House Updates and Baby Moon Packing. Wait, does that mean there's another new house? Or does that mean new updates to the current house? Doesn't matter. I'm just here for the baby name content, especially here because, as you know, sometimes I perceive her fans to be the absolute dumbest. I want to know what names they're suggesting because to their credit, they've grown up too. They're older and wiser now as well. Let's see what names they've said, or you've said, maybe it's you, mainly because I also need to get around to this baby name prediction part of the video. Oh my goodness. So I have a baby name list prediction list in front of me. And I'm going to see if there's anything she says in this video. Because if she says in this video, that means I need to cross it off. Okay, I'm going to watch it on here so I can keep my notes up. Recap as I'm watching it. This is third baby girl name. She says nothing is 100% decided, whereas in the past with her first two, who are Cove and Lola, she knew well in advance that those were the names. I guess there's a name that's a front runner. There's a name she always thought she'd use, but is suddenly not feeling it anymore. Interesting. Okay. So the names that she mentions in this video from her fans: Poppy, Noah, Daisy, Romy, Nora, Lily, Zoe, Navy, Dolly, Maeve, Ellie, Isla, Mila, Della, Emmy, Nova, Junie, Goldie, Sunny, Aria, Minnie, Jade, Rose, Rosie, Lottie. Now, the major lessons here are the ones that reconfirm what was said in her original baby name video. I think that was in her first trimester of this third pregnancy. I've watched that one too. I remember it. First and most importantly, it is abundantly clear, she said it and I can perceive it, that her top choices have significantly changed over time. This is how this all connects with everything we've been saying here. When she was having baby number one, that was, full out peachy, beige, coral and sand era. She describes it, I think, as that was more like what did she say? Earthy boho names was what she liked back then, and she chose Cove. That fits exactly. But she is self-aware that her style has changed. She's now describing it as classic but short and fun. That's how she describes her second daughter's name, Lola. She says that Nora is nearly the vibe, but not totally, because it's short and classic, but it doesn't have like the fun element. I get it. That makes sense to me. Next, Aspyn makes it clear that most of the time she doesn't like a name that ends in an E sound. Romy was her top choice before Cove was born, though, her other top choice. She's mindful that a lot of these cute names that the people have submitted, I think you guys did a good job. Like these are the right vibe for sure. She is mindful that a lot of these cute names sound too similar to Lola. She could not have Isla and Lola. That's fair. That's good self-awareness. Excellent. Oh my goodness. Even Amber Fillerup got a mention in this video because people were suggesting Rosie, which is very cute, but that's Amber's daughter's name, so Aspyn's not going to use that. I told you. That's who she's aspiring towards. She's not going to copy the baby name. Now, okay, cross-reference that video from a few days ago with the list of names Aspyn likes but is not using. That she said. Like, these are the videos from her own mouth. Her list was Zoe, Jade, Emmy, Isla, Isabel, Lila, Daisy, and then for boys, Noah, Luca, Kai, Ziggy. And when I first read this, it was fully an experience of like, yep, I'm seeing that Aspyn Ovard change here. Seeing the name Isabel on a list of baby names we like but won't be using is very surprising to me in 2024. I don't think I've had any client, any influencer mention the name Isabel. And I like seeing it here because, especially paired like Zoe, we hear a lot. Isabel, Isabella is a top 10 name. Like Noah, that's a top 10 boy name. These are things where they are more mainstream. And that's part of the reason she's not going to use them. But I'm just like, yeah, you're finding yourself. You're finding yourself. It feels more grounded. It's not very out there. It's very, like she said, going back towards classic things. And I don't know. It just gives me the sense that she's finding herself and she doesn't care what other people think. That's fantastic. Worth mentioning, I think that Aspyn says if she kept having kids and she had to keep finding names she liked, she would probably eventually use Jade. I'm going to keep that in mind. So I cross-reference all the names she mentioned in the video to see if I need to cross off anything from my idea list. And the only one is Poppy. I had written down Poppy as one of my ideas, but everything else I stand by. Okay, you ready? This is the baby name prediction here. Based on those criteria, a sense that she's returning to more like fun, cute, classic simplicity. Okay, first, Willow and Willa. Yes, Willow is more popular. Though, as Aspyn has said and shown, it seems like popularity is less important to her now. And I think this deserves to be said because I am most drawn to names with the O sound for her because it so nicely complements the others. Cove, Lola, Willow. I mean, that's really good. Cove, Lola, Willow. They're all alike, but not... Lola and Willow. Do those feel too similar? Lola, Willow. Ooh, wait. I'm second guessing myself, but Willa. Maybe we'll switch it to Willa. Willa is also less common, right? I think Willa is less common than Willow. One of them is really high. One of them is just moderately high. Willow is spot 37. Willa is 396. Okay, yeah, so maybe Willa. Lola, Willa. Oh no. They're both close. Let's move along. Now, along with that O theme, clearly it sounds so good, but it's tricky because she is very mindful about names that sound too close to Lola. So, okay, I'm going to say Josie, Olive, Cleo. I could absolutely see her use Cleo. It's almost as if you put Cove and Lola in a blender, you'd come out with Cleo. Is that too close too? Shoot. Only problem is that her age demographic of fans will make the connection of that Australian meme. No, Cleo, no. What is it? You know what I'm talking about? They will make that connection, but Aspyn doesn't give a crap what they think. So, Cleo, is it too close? Here's my real... This one might be the name that they originally really liked, but have since shelved it because of its rise in popularity. Margot. Come on. Margot? If you're someone who wants a name that is classic, but it's short and fun, that is Margot. Oh, I feel like she would call her Go-Go. Wait, but that's like Coco. Shoot. Cove, Lola, Margot. Those freaking work. And if she's in a headspace of like, I don't care about what other people think or do, maybe I'll go with a name that's more popular than the ones I've used prior. Margot. That works perfectly. Margot. Are there any names that would be the nickname Gigi? Wait, is that what her kids call her mom? Is that like the grandma name they use? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Next, let's look at some really teeny tiny one-syllable names. First, May and Ray. You may remember the clothing brand was Luca and Gray. Luca is on her boy name list. Yeah, Luca was on her boy name list. Gray, honestly, like, I feel like she could use Gray. Would she use Gray for a girl? I think the only reason she wouldn't is because of the brand association. And she's never ventured into gender neutral. I'm going to stick with May and Ray. And then maybe regret it for the rest of my life if she actually uses Gray. I don't think she will, though. She's never done gender neutral. Anyway, so May is a name where you can spell it M-A-Y, and it looks like the month. And I think that feels very, like, vintage. But then spell it M-A-E, and that feels so Aspyn. I mean, she's Aspyn with a Y. It's like you took the Y from May and gave it to Aspyn. M-A-E. It just looks really cool. And then I think Ray, R-A-E, also just like looks cool. And then these I feel less confident about, but honestly, I was going through the list, like the US popularity list, thinking about her criteria, and I was like, shoot, I'm really struggling to see multiple plausible options. Margot felt really good and then really tapered out after that. So Jane and June. She mentioned she would not do Junie because she does not love the E ending in most situations. But I don't feel like that rules out June. June, Jane. Cove, Lola, June. Cove, Lola, Jane. Yeah? Sure? Okay. And then when I look at the lists of names she likes but won't be using, especially Isla and Emmy, I need to say Esme. Esme. Or Esty. Sorry, scratching my nose. Esty feels a little bit more out there, and it does have the clear E sound, but Esme is a name that just, it's not Esme, Esme. Esme. Oh, it's like May. It's like the name May, but Esme. Cove, Lola, Esme. Seriously, you guys? That must be it. That works really well, Esme. If we're venturing into sounds with the E ending, I would say Ruby. Ruby could be it. That makes sense to me. I know before I predicted her second baby name, I said Piper. because Cove and Piper just like work so well. I really wanted it to be that. That's not her aesthetic now, but I want to keep Piper around. I have fond memories of predicting that. I think Molly would be really cute. It feels like I'm venturing off the course now, but Molly's really cute. Now, I know I kept this really short, the baby name prediction, not the video overall. This baby name prediction was really short. I didn't really elaborate that much on the explanations of why, in part because Aspyn may not even share the baby name when she arrives. Remember, these are truly the many eras of Aspyn Ovard, and she is opting to keep more of her life, her family, private, off the web. And if that's what she wants to do, I'm going to support that. My predictions are Margot, Willow, Willa, Josie, Olive, Ray, June, Jane, Esty, Esme, May, Cleo, Ruby, Piper, Molly. Those are my predictions. But who knows? This might be a mystery forever. Thank you guys so much. This has been a very long and tangled telling of Aspyn. I'm like kind of embarrassed by all of it. Why did I do that much research? Why do I vaguely know so much about someone I like feel vaguely neutral about most of the time? I don't know. Ultimately, I wanted to share some thoughts on her journey because I have so much of my own tangled up in it. So I hope you enjoyed listening. I hope you finish folding laundry or doing something productive. Don't forget to floss. Okay, bye.